Your Jordan valve pressure regulator will provide you with long, trouble-free service if it is correctly installed and maintained. This troubleshooting guide is provided to help you quickly diagnose and fix problems encountered in the field. Remember to first disconnect, shut off, or bypass all pressurized fluid when servicing a valve. Before disassembling, be sure to release all spring tension. When making repairs, use only genuine Jordan valve parts available for immediate shipment from the factory. The tool you will need for the disassembly and assembly of the Mark 608 IS are an 18-inch adjustable wrench, 300-inch pound torque wrench with half-inch socket, ratchet, 9/15 and 7/8 inch sockets, flathead screwdriver, half-inch wrench, Loctite tight thread sealant, silver grade anti-seize, and Loctite 290. Ensure that you have all the parts in your repair kit: the diaphragm, the plug, 2 aspirator gaskets, the seat, and the O-ring seat. First, you will need to remove the compression of the adjusting spring. Screw off the cap. Using a 9/15 socket, take the spring tension off. To remove the spring housing, use your half-inch wrench to remove all of the nuts and bolts. Once all of the bolts have been removed, take off the top of the case to reveal the diaphragm. Pull the diaphragm assembly straight off. To replace the diaphragm, place it in a vise, and using a flathead screwdriver, remove the screw and lift the plate apart. Although it did not need to be done with the Mark 608 in this video, you may need to clean the surface of the upper and lower diaphragm plates. You may also need to clean and degrease the threads on the lower diaphragm plate and screws with Loctite Primer T if they look dirty. With the screws still set firmly in the vise, take the new upper and lower diaphragm plates and set them in place. Apply a few drops of Loctite 290 to the screw to lock the parts together. Align the plates so that the two opposite holes are aligned with the diaphragm plate hole. This will ensure that it will properly engage the lever when reassembled into the valve. Use your flathead screwdriver to tighten it up. To replace the seat, you must remove the lever arm. Use the flathead screwdriver to remove the 2 screws, then pull out the lever arm. Place the lower body of the valve firmly into a vise. Using your 18-inch wrench, remove the union nut and lift the body straight up. Pull out the aspirator and plug. Using your 7/8 inch socket, remove the seat insert. To install your new seat insert, place the O-ring over the threads. Apply anti-seize to the threads and sealant around the O-ring. Install with your 7/8 inch socket. Next, set your gasket on top of the seat insert. Remove your old plug and insert your new one. When placing the aspirator and plug back inside, the pin should line up with the slot on the right-hand side of the valve. Place your aspirator gasket over the top of the aspirator. Place your union nut back on the bottom half of the body of the valve and the retaining rings back in their slots. Screw the body back into the actuator with the union nut and tighten with your 18-inch wrench. To replace the lever arm, first apply Loctite 290 to each of the screws. Place them back in and then tighten up while putting pressure on the block. Next, install the new diaphragm assembly. Line up the holes on the bottom screw so that it goes through the lever arm. The diaphragm should still be loose enough so that it can move up and down slightly. The next step is to reattach the spring housing. The cutout will go around the union nut. Place the spring housing so that the holes are aligned. Then place the bolts and nuts in. Use your 1/2-inch wrench to tighten. Insert the spring and adjusting screw through the top. Tighten, then screw the cap back into place. Ensure the aspirator tube is straight and centered in the waterway. If it is not, use a screwdriver to move it into place. Your valve is now complete. If you have any questions regarding this video, please email us or call us at the number listed on this screen. For more information about this and other products, visit us at www.jordanvalve.com.